Greetings, students. Professor Gomes here. I thought I'd take this opportunity to create this video to give you an idea how our course is structured and how things are run. Hello, students. Welcome to the course. I'm excited to work with you this fall 2025 term to assist you in achieving your educational goals. One of the primary reasons, many reasons I love teaching this particular course is the real-world applications we can share. Pretty much, it's all you hear on social media, on the news. It's things about statistics. So many percent of people believe this and believe that, and it's just all over the place. Statistics, real life stuff, real current things going on. I would imagine many of you have already taken an online course, and for those that haven't, please check out this link here. Key elements. I'll make it a little bit larger so you can see it. Online courses can be just as rich and rewarding as face-to-face courses, but it takes a little more work on everyone's part. The information in this post contains key elements that are important to your success. Have clear expectations. Online courses are convenient because we have flexibility when to do the assignments, but they take just as much time and often more time than face-to-face courses. The national consensus is that a 3-credit course should take between 6 and 9 hours of your time each week. Students who set aside several short sessions through the week at consistent times and days have the most success. Brain research tells us that all-nighters and long cramming sessions are the least effective ways to learn and retain new information. It's recommended that you add weekly assignments to your calendar and work on them a little each day rather than try to knock them out all at once. Read the syllabus, course, resource documents. Don't wait until exams are due to ask clarification. Make sure that you have resources you need, your PowerPoints, homework solutions. Take notes. Obviously, you can use your notes at home to take the exams. Read all my announcements. There are messages from me. They often have notices of changes, hints, and preview of upcoming. Most importantly, do your best in the course. Yes, I know many of you will say, I never did well in math. But if you log on to Canvas regularly, watch the videos, ask questions if needed, you'll have success. I'm always available via email. We have a discussion board. I've got so many resources that I'll show you to help you out and to succeed and doing well in this course. When you first log on, I'm going to post this. Our course doesn't officially start. The semester doesn't officially start till next week. I'm recording this on the 25th of August, a Monday. Course doesn't officially start until next Wednesday, the Wednesday after Labor Day. When you first log in, this is the page that you'll be presented with, all right? Once the course actually starts, you'll go into you'll open up the Canvas and you'll go into learning modules. What I want you to do is when you receive an email from me, all right, and I publish the course, I want you to click on Course Overview. All right, there it is. Class officially starts at Massasoit on the 3rd. Here is a link to the course syllabus. All right, I suggest downloading that, but pretty much everything that's contained in the syllabus is contained on this, I call it this splash page. Course description right out of the catalog. This course is recommended for students in business, social science, human services, allied health, criminal justice. Pretty much anything that you're taking at Massasoit requires that you take some sort of a stats course. All right. Prerequisite waiver by a placement test or a waiver by the department. Most of you probably took a placement test when you first enrolled in Massasoit. Teaching procedure. To help you out, each Wednesday I'll conduct this non-mandatory Zoom office meeting to answer questions. But once again, I'm always available via email. I check my email multiple times in the course of the day. All right, but I'll do a non-mandatory Zoom meeting. All right, and the Zoom link here again, you're looking at my view. And there's the link to Zoom, and there's the URL, my personal page, all right? I'll do this at 6 o'clock on each Wednesday, non-mandatory. You don't have to log on. Now, If there are many people on, I'll actually record it and I'll send it out. All right. That's Zoom meeting is for me to answer questions and go over the homework that you may have. Questions. The book is free. It's an OER textbook. All right. You can view it online. You can download a PDF. If you have an iBook, you can use this link here. I'm not going to click on these because it'll go to another page, but the book is free. It's an OER textbook. Whichever format, all right, viewing it via the web is recommended. Now, the course requires that you have a TI-84 or newer graphing calculator. Good news is you don't have to run out to Amazon to buy one. You can rent one from the library. All right. The new procedure is, all right, to rent a TI-84 calculator, you go to the Brockton Library, you fill out the appropriate paperwork. Appointments are no longer needed. There's a $20 rental fee for the entire semester. They will charge your account. It used to be a situation where you had to pay the $20. You had to go to the business office and pay $20. Now they actually charge your account, so it's real simple. But the idea of me creating this video and sending it out early is for you to get to the library as soon as you can, because there are many courses that require TI-84 calculators. Now, if you have an older one, it'll work, but for $20, you're best off renting one from the library, a TI-84 or newer. Assignments. I'll assign online, all right, my textbook assignments. I'll assign them every Monday and Thursday. But what I'll do, and I'll show you this, I'll publish all of the assignments for a particular unit all at once. And the reason being, if you've got more time one week than another, you can get ahead and push ahead. So let's say you're doing a Wednesday assignment, you can push ahead to the next Monday, or Thursday assignment, push ahead to the next Monday, and the next Thursday. You can actually, it'll all be there, so I don't just kind of piecemeal roll it out. I'll roll out all the assignments for a particular unit. You'll see that what I'm talking about in a moment. Questions you have concerning assignments will be answered via, well, it's not a Thursday, it's actually a Wednesday. I'll change this. It's a Wednesday Zoom meeting, not a Thursday. Homework, this is important. People will ask me, where do I send the homework? Well, guess what? Here's the deal. My homework assignments are all multiple choice. I give you the answers to the multiple choice. I actually have videos showing you how I got to the answer. You've got PDF files with screenshots. So I'm giving it to all to you. So if I'm giving you the answers, I can't very well collect it. And what am I doing? Correcting my own homework? No. Please be aware of this. And it'll always be someone who will email me. And all that tells me is that they haven't watched the video and they haven't read what's going on. Where do I submit the homework? Is neither collected nor is it graded. All right, right now I'm scheduling 4 exams. These are the tentative dates. If these were to change, I will let you know a good week ahead of time. All right, but right now these are the dates for the 4 online exams. Academic dishonesty. Hopefully this is not going to be a situation, but if it comes out that you have been working on assignments with other students, plagiarism, purchasing or submitting assignments from others. Let's face it, using AI, if this comes out, it's not going to be a good thing. Hopefully it's not going to be an issue. All right. If it comes out and I have any proof of it, you'll be issued a failing grade, and it may result in your dismissal from the program for Massasoit. So please do your own work. There's no need to be cheating. Student outcomes right out of the course catalog. You can take a look at these. There's the course content, things that we'll be covering. Disabilities, this is super important. If you have an IEP from previous semesters or maybe from high school, all right, you got to make sure that the disability office is made aware of it. To make an additional accommodation request, there's a link. All right, or you can actually call the disabilities office, and there's a phone number with the extension. Now, what it usually means is if you have an IEP, individual education plan, many times you're given extra time on the exams. All right, so having 75 minutes, sometimes it's doubled or time and a half. But I need to have your accommodation letter. All right, so you need to make sure that it's up to date. Once it's up to date, the office will send me a copy of your IEP, your accommodation, and I will make the change as far as giving you extra time on the exam. All right, so there's all the information. All right, returning students with accommodation previously approved can request an updated accommodation letter by accessing the ADR card on the student portal. All right, so it's all here. Bottom line is there's a phone number if you're having issues. All right, if you're brand new, you can just click on this link and provide them with the information, and they will set up an accommodation for you. Affirmative action, equal opportunity, sexual harassment. Massachusetts policy prohibits discrimination, sexual harassment. Of course, we're online. Basic needs. All right, check this out here. Course withdrawals, grade appeals, incomplete grades, and of course, etiquette, where we're civil to one another online. All right, so make sure you check this out. Now, once the course begins, all right, when you log on to Canvas, you won't be presented with this first page. You'll be presented with the modules page. And it's just taking a second to log on here. In fact, it's taking more than a second. Just bear with me a second. Of course, this will happen. All right, modules. Let me go over here. Yeah, okay, modules again. All right, there we are. Just took a second. Super important right here. All right. In order to take the exams, you'll have to download and install what's called Lockdown Browser. All right, and these are directions on how to go about doing it. I have a practice quiz. All right, if I go into student view, all right, let me just take a second here. View as student. All right, you go to quizzes, and what you'll see is a practice exam. What I want you to do is to click on this, all right, and click on Take the Quiz, and it'll prompt you to download and install what's called Lockdown Browser. From there, take the practice quiz. The practice quiz does not count for your grade. It just gets you used to how the Lockdown Browser actually works. You will not be able to take any of the 4 exams unless you have Lockdown Browser installed on your computer. So please, when you receive this email, all right, make sure, if I go back, make sure that you click on quizzes in this left-handed menu here. Click on Take the Quiz. It'll prompt you to download the Lockdown Browser. And once you have that installed on your computer, take the practice quiz. Once it's installed, when it's time to take the actual exams, Lockdown Browser will automatically fire up and allow you to take the 4 exams. So please, take care of that. All right, click on that link. Welcome and getting started. All right, here's what I'm doing here. Now, notice how this is closed up. If I move my mouse around, it looks like a hand. If I just click anywhere in that gray area, it'll open up all the different modules. Not the modules, but the links below open up. I can use this little arrow here, click on that to close it and open it up. Opening remarks, this is where I'll post this video. I'm recording it and I'll put it up on YouTube. All right, and I'll post it right here. This will be the link. If you don't have Microsoft Office 365 on your computer, here's how you go about downloading it. You will definitely need Adobe, all right, Adobe Reader, and most of you have that. There's another link for the calculator rental. Being successful in this course, this is a video, not a video, actually just talks about, I want you to be successful, all right, and people say, oh, I can do that later, all right, well, if you follow the schedule and stay on top of your assignments, you'll do a heck of a lot better than kind of waiting to the very last moment. Predicting your success. This is a video by this young lady. I'm forgetting what her name is right now. It's Angela Lee Duckworth. And what she talks about is grit. What she says is that statistics say that it's not the brightest person who always does the best in a math course or any course. It's a person who is grittiest, who stays in and overcomes challenges and keeps on keeping on, asking questions, logging in regularly. So please take a look at that video. It's all about grit. It's not the smartest person, it's the person who's grittiest. 3 ways of spotting a bad statistic. It's another video. There are some Canvas links here that you can take a look at. Most of you, I would imagine, have already taken an online course before and are familiar how Canvas works. It talks about updating your profile and the like. You're not submitting any online assignments because I'm not collecting or grading the homework. Here's a link here for textbook services. Alright, here's another link for the textbook where it's free and you can click on it to view the text online. And here again, within each module, I have links to the reading, so that won't be an issue. Let me just kind of close this up to give you an idea, all right? This is not published yet, but to give you an idea of how the course is set up. What I'll do for chapters 1, 2, and 3, I'll publish all of these. Notice that Mondays, Thursdays, and Mondays all through the week. Let's take a look, let's say, at Thursday the 4th. Pretty much these are set up pretty much the same way. There's always a video. I call this guy Big Al, alright? It's embedded right here. There's also a voiceover to the PowerPoint that goes along with this first section. As if we were in class, I would be doing the PowerPoint in class. You're watching it on YouTube. Alright, you can actually download the PowerPoint here. Now if I go to the next assignment, alright, we're looking at section 1.2. There's the voiceover. Alright, here's your first assignment. Here again, I'm not collecting nor am I grading it. It's a PDF. Alright. Now, what's great about this, here is the link to the PowerPoint for section 1, 2. Now, what's great about this, I actually create a video where I walk you through how the solutions to this first assignment was done. We just kind of play it. Okay, voiceover for our first homework assignment. Using common sense. All right, so these first 3 problems weren't even addressed. We started out with, you get the idea. I actually give you a video of how I get the answers to the homework. All right, if I go on to the next Wednesday the 9th, same idea. It starts out with a video for section 1.2. Well, we already saw this already. And if I go on to the next Thursday 9/11, we're into section 2.1. Once again, a video for this section. There's a link to the PowerPoint. Here is a voiceover of the PowerPoint. All right, and this is taking a little time to load, but it's sections, the videos for section 2.2 and 2.3. And here again, there is a link for the assignment. There's the PDF, and pretty much this is how it runs all the way through. All right, let me go back to modules. Super important is downloading that. And then we move on. Now, what I got for resources for you? All right, I put this all in one place. For sections, chapters 1, 2, and 3, I've got a link here. And in this link, you'll find all the PDFs where I have screenshots of the answers, but all the videos for the first 3 sections. All right, actually 4 sections, all in one spot. What else do I have for resources for you? Let's see. All the PDF solutions. There's the link. All the PDF solutions Have these by your side. All right, got them from section 1.1 all the way through section 7.4. But I put them in one convenient spot for you. What more resources do I have? I have all the voiceover solutions. I've got a link to all the PowerPoints, all the course videos, all the course video voiceovers. I've given you a plethora of resources here. All right, these will all be published when the course always starts, all right? But I put them in one place to make it convenient. Instead of going back and trying to, hey, where's that video for section 3.1? I've made a page where all the links are there for you. All right, once again, quizzes are here. Discussion board. If you have a particular question, all right, you can click on add a discussion and ask me a question. All right, what's your topic? Chances are, not many people use a discussion board. I find it easier if you have a specific question, either log on to the non-mandatory Zoom meeting on Wednesdays at 6 o'clock, or just shoot me an email, all right, and I'll get back to you. The idea is don't wait till things build up, all right? Don't wait. Just if you have questions, make sure that you're asking them right away, sooner than later. Now, as far as the readings, these are readings for chapter 1, all right? And sometimes these go in order, sometimes not, but I have links to them all. We don't do a lot of readings, but they're here. The readings are primarily to provide you with some extra help in a particular section if you're having difficulty. But I have links to all of them. Chapter 4, that's the homework. This is all here, all right, for you. Multiple resources. So I hope this helps. Like I say, mostly I would imagine I'm taking an online course here, but I got more than enough resources for you. Don't wait. Make sure that when you do log in, you've got to install this lockdown browser and take practice quizzes, see how it works. The practice quiz doesn't count, but in order for you to take the actual exams, it won't allow you to do it unless you have the lockdown browser installed. So I hope this video helps, and here again, look forward to working with you this semester to help you accomplish your goals and to graduate from Massasoit. Look forward to seeing you online. Take care.